Hi guys, I'm back with my second gift guide and this is for him. This is going to be a much shorter gift guide because there aren't that many men in my family that I would purchase presents for and there aren't that many things that I have around that I could kind of repurpose as a gift to show you. So it's going to be a shorter one but hopefully it will help those of you that have men in your family that you just do not know what to buy for, because I know that I struggle with that a lot. I have a cousin, a younger cousin, I have a brother, a father and a husband, all of whom are very difficult to purchase for, and I find that they are difficult in their own ways. For example, my younger cousin is a teenager now, but from being maybe 7 onwards, he's been in that strange, awkward age where you don't really know what to buy for because they kind of want to be grown up, but they're not quite grown up enough for you to buy something that is grown up. So where, that really tough thing of where does that fit in for a gift? I don't actually have anything here to kind of show you that fits into this category, but for those of you that are in that kind of hazy area age-wise, a game is always an easy one. It's just something that, I mean, you could buy a board game for an elderly relative just as you could buy one for a child. So I always say, and I mean I can't this year just because I've fallen back on that so many years in the past that I felt like I had to really purchase something a little bit different this year. But in the past I've really relied on board games for those awkward ages that you just don't know what to buy for. So that's just one recommendation first off. Another thing is I like to look on the websites that give you kind of buy one get one free or 3 for 2 on gift guides, because at the end of the day, things like when you're purchasing for a young cousin or even a brother, a lot of the time you're not going to get what they want unless they ask you specifically for something. So you may as well get them something that's a little bit novel or a little bit gadgety. And something that I found this year was this, and it's the dynamic Falcon mini helicopter. And this is something that Lee had one of these in the past and they were really, really fragile. And this does look a little bit better quality because the last one it was more foamy, whereas this looks like it actually is made of some kind of metal. But bear in mind that most of these things will not last past New Year's Eve, so you don't want to be spending a tremendous amount of money on them anyway. I think this was £15. I think it might have been slightly less with the buy one get one free or 3 for 2, whichever one it was. But as with the other gift guide, I will link everything below and where I purchased from. But this is a really nice gift that basically like transcends age groups. So you could purchase this for a young child, you know, kind of 7 and up, all the way up to your granddad. It really would work for any age group, providing they've got some kind of hand-eye coordination would need to be involved. But this is a really good fallback gift for those guys that you really don't know what to purchase for. What I actually did buy for my younger cousin this year is this, and it's the Marvel Comics Superhero Fresh Eau Toilette and Shower Gel, because again, he's in that age group where he wants to be grown up, so you want to buy him something that's a little bit more grown up. However, I don't want to be spending kind of full men's aftershave prices because, for one, I think it's really difficult to purchase fragrance for other people, and if you get it wrong then that's a lot of money to have spent to get it wrong and for them never to wear it. And for 2, you don't know how the parents feel about them wearing a men's aftershave. And just, this is kind of that middle ground where he's probably of the age where he's still kind of into comic type things, especially because they're big on films and things at the moment. And also it is an aftershave set. I'll see if I can open this to show you. I think I have opened it already to look at it. No, I can't open it. But within this set basically is a shower gel and a little aftershave, and I just think it's a really cute little transitional gift for the young teen that you don't know what to buy for. This kind of thing is really cute. And I can't remember exactly how much this was, but it wouldn't have been particularly expensive, and I think it came within 3 for 2. I've done a lot of shopping on very.co.uk, which is the same as Little Woods. I think Kay's as well might be the same, which is really good for Christmas because they do a lot of those gift, like buy one get one free and multiple purchase offers. So I will link that below because I have done a lot of shopping online. I'm going to mention briefly, before I get into the other big gifts, skincare and aftershave. Now, you don't necessarily always think of skincare when you think of buying presents for men, and a lot of the time I think probably people think if I buy this for him he's not going to be that interested. But my brother and my husband have both asked for skincare in the past. My brother is only 21 and he'll never watch this video, and he would be mortified if he knew that I was talking about him. But because I know he'll never watch this video, it's fine. But last year he did actually ask for skincare, and being that he is only 21, I was kind of surprised because I thought someone of his age wasn't really that bothered, but he obviously is, and he wants to look after himself and he wants to make sure that he looks good. So don't just kind of disregard men in skincare at all, because they are interested. So whether you go for like a Dove kit or something Nivea, something really basic and a lot cheaper, or whether you go more high end. I mean, Lee got these last year and really liked them. They're the Clinique skin supplies for men, and he got a set of these. I think it was Valentine's Day that we got these. And it had a scrub, a shower gel that he really liked, a shaving gel that he really liked, and the moisturiser. And I just kept them because I like to have things like that to talk about, but he has already used them up and he really, really liked them. And since then I've purchased different things for him to use and he's been really receptive. So just be aware that there are skincare gifts out there for you to buy them as well. And it's something not necessarily that they'll be getting a lot of. You know, it's not like socks. You can always fall back on socks for your dad, but it's not like just buying him socks. I think that maybe it's becoming a little bit more of an accepted thing that men are asking for and receiving skincare at Christmas time. So that's always an option, and there are lots of different options. Even at the supermarket you can pick little gifts up like that. Fragrance wise, my all-time favourite aftershave is Boss Bottled, and because it's been out for a really long time, I buy this for my dad, but my mum actually doesn't like it, so I don't buy it for my dad anymore, but I do buy it for Lee. I really, really love it. It's really sweet but woody. I would actually wear it myself. Oh, it's just so nice. If you don't like this, what is wrong with you? It's so nice. This is my all-time favourite aftershave, all time. And because it is a slightly older, what would I call it, aftershave? I want to say perfume. Because it is slightly older and it's not like new and fresh and whatever, you can normally get quite a good deal. You'll either get a good deal on a set, or I think this was a 100ml bottle. Yeah, a 100ml bottle. And this would have cost me like £30 or £40, which is really, really cheap when you consider what that actually means. You normally spend £40 on 30ml, so be aware that there are some nicer older fragrances, and this is kind of becoming a little bit more hip again because they've re-released it with the night version, and Ryan Reynolds is the guy that is behind all the adverts and things, so it is becoming a little bit more expensive again. But be aware that you can look into the older fragrances, and it doesn't matter that it's not a new fresh fragrance, as long as it's a nice fragrance, and you can probably get a better deal on it. But this is my all-time favourite one, and at Christmas time they generally come out with an all kind of platinum looking bottle that's really cool as well, so I'm going to be looking out for that for Lee. Another fragrance that I really like, and is Lee's favourite fragrance, that I thought I would mention because I purchased this for his birthday in November, is this 212. It's Carolina Herrera, but it's the 212 Sexy Men set. And I think this was £30-something, not particularly expensive. For those of you that don't know, at Christmas time, the majority of the fragrances that their perfume companies are looking to promote at the time will come in something called a coffre, I'm going to say. It's like basically a gift set. And you'll get the 30ml or the 40ml or whatever they are promoting for the same price in a big set as you will just on its own. And they do sell them both at the same time. So just be aware of that. If you are looking for a fragrance for someone this Christmas, whether it be an aftershave or a perfume, if you're looking for the 30ml, go and see if they've got a gift set as well, because it's likely to be the same price, if not like a couple of pounds more. And they just do it at Christmas. So again, just a heads up for the sales, if you are looking for a fragrance that's big at the moment, like a new fragrance, all the coffre sets do go on sale at after Boxing Day, just after Christmas. So I got my Vera Wang Love Struck for half price on Boxing Day last year because I waited until after Christmas and then they were selling off all the gift sets. So be aware that if you are not necessarily thinking about Christmas shopping right now, but thinking of yourself or maybe a birthday in the new year, then that's the best time to purchase fragrance. Because all the gift sets go on sale. So yeah, this is also a really nice gift set. Lee is a sucker for these tins. I don't know what it is, but he loves anything in a tin. The Ted Baker lip crayons, he's jonesing for that tin once I finish with them. But yeah, fragrance is always a good one for men. Just be aware of what you're picking, because it is tough to find, to pick a fragrance for somebody else. But maybe just look at what they've already got, and then you can go into any kind of store that sells like boots, Debenhams, House of Fraser, or anything like that. If you speak to one of the consultants there that works on the perfume counters, they will be able to tell you other similar fragrances that if they like this, they'll probably like this. You might be able to recommend a whole new fragrance to them, introduce them to a whole new scent that they didn't even know they would like. Now, the hardest person in my family to apply for is my dad. And this year, don't watch this if you are watching this, Dad. He never watches, so it's fine. This is what I've bought for my dad. This. It's basically a big turntable thing that will record all of his LPs and his vinyl records onto a USB that then he can put in the computer, or my brother more likely can put into the computer for him and put on his iPod for him. He's a little bit of a technophobe. He likes technology, but it doesn't like him. And this is perfect because every time I've ever bought my dad anything to do with CD player or any kind of record deck, anything like that, he always says, does this record? And I'm like, no, it doesn't. And it's always been so expensive in the past, but I think I spent $49.99 or $39.99 on this. I got it from Maplin, but it's the Ion Quickplay Flash. And if you have a father like mine that has a tremendous amount of vinyl, but obviously doesn't play it very often anymore. I mean, my dad has record players that he could play it with, but he uses his iPod a lot because he's got a Bose sound system. So he's more likely to use it if he actually can use it like this. And a lot of people don't like the remastered versions. They prefer their old original versions on vinyl, and this actual kit will record the sound coming out of the record player. So it will be exactly the sound that you get from the vinyl. So it's perfect for someone like my dad, and I hope that he likes it, but that's just a recommendation for anyone that you do know that has a large vinyl collection but doesn't actually get much use out of it anymore. And last but not least, I really hope Lee doesn't watch this because, again, nobody in my family apart from my mum watches my videos, but I know he's sneaky, and I know he wants to know what I've got him for Christmas, so there's a very, very small chance that he's about to ruin his Christmas present, but that'll be his own fault because I've warned him. And this is what I've got Lee for Christmas. An iPad. He really liked mine when I had mine. I ended up selling mine to get a MacBook Pro, and then I didn't have a MacBook Pro, and now I've got an iMac, and now I've got an iPad again, and I'm going to be getting myself one in the new year for sure. But I know that when something is mine, he doesn't necessarily want to use it. I don't know, is this the same for other people's boyfriends and husbands? But if something is mine, he just doesn't use it. And he watches a lot of TV in the night time when he can't sleep, and so I thought, I have to buy him an iPad. When he wouldn't use mine, I eventually thought I'm going to get him one of his own at some point, and then because we didn't have one, and then this year I've decided I was going to get him one anyway. This is the perfect gift for pretty much anyone. Anyone. It's an expensive gift, and it's probably the most expensive gift I've bought for a while. So just, bear that in mind. But I was going to purchase the iPad mini, and it was out of stock everywhere. And then I looked and I thought, well, the iPad mini is exactly the same technology as the iPad 2, and it's just shrunken. So it's not like you're getting something new, you're not getting anything particularly updated on the iPad mini, it's just a smaller version. And so it's cheaper, I think it's like $269 maybe, and I think this was $329. So bearing in mind that it is a larger screen, I thought I'm just going to go for the larger one, because if I do get an iPad in the new year, I might get the mini, and then we've got two different versions. But yes, this is what I've got him. I would definitely recommend an iPad to anyone of any age, male or female, but especially for a man that you do not know what to buy for. This is kind of the gift for someone that has everything, because there is no good reason to buy an iPad. That is why I got rid of mine. I still want one. I still want one so badly. But it is the gift for someone who has everything, because you don't need one. It doesn't add anything great to your life. It's not a replacement of a computer or a laptop, but it's something that you will use a lot, and it just makes everything a little bit nicer. Rather than scrolling through things on your iPad or your iPod, or your iPhone, it's a little bit bigger screen, you'll play games on it. It's a completely frivolous purchase, and it won't improve your life, but I think that it's a really nice gift, and I hope that he likes it. So this is my last suggestion for male gifts this year. I know that wasn't a tremendous amount of things, but like I say, I don't have that many men in my family to buy for, and I can't afford to go and purchase, 20 gifts just to show you in this gift guide, I'm afraid. But maybe next year, you never know. I hope that that was at least a little bit useful. There are a couple of things in there that years ago I wouldn't have thought to purchase for people, and just to kind of, especially that strange age group. Even with my brother now, he's 21, and it's like, what do you purchase for him, really? Because everything that he wants, he'll go and buy. And I hate to buy things for people that they've asked for. I hate it. I have actually purchased things for my mum this year that she's asked for, because she's been asking for them for like 6 years and nobody will buy them. The Radio Times cover, for example, she desperately wants. That's just crazy. She wants a leather-bound Radio Times cover. But regardless, I hate to buy things for people that they ask for. So I like to surprise people, and that is actually a really difficult thing to do. So hopefully this is useful for those of you that feel the same way as me, and my next gift guide will be for kids. Let me know if you want this to go on this channel as well, or you'd rather that go on the vlog channel, and I hope you watch my other videos and subscribe. Bye!